it's been like a process of just working on yourself. And I think that a few things that shaped me would be getting into sports as opposed to like all my friends getting into gangs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think sports saved me from going down that path. And then,
well, can you share more about that story? 'Cause you shared it with me before, and it's some deep shit.
Yeah. So I got into boxing first.
What about your friends getting in gangs?
Yeah, I'll get into that. So I got into boxing first because that's more of a fighting thing, right? And like all my friends, like a lot of them died, man. So it's just like, I can name them off, but you know, I had a few of them die right after high school. They were a little older than me, so I always hung out with older people for some reason. But they passed away. A lot of them ended up in jail. One of them was in prison for murder. One of them went to prison and died there. And one of them was in jail in Mexico. You know, I'd see some of them, like their sisters getting jumped by dudes. I'd hear about this stuff because they're trying to get to the brother who's in jail. And I'm just like, what a fucked up life this is, you know?
And these were like your closest friends, right, growing up with?
All my close friends. So
in
I got
high school?
So yeah, like just right after graduation, right? My closest friends were like Ricardo and Johnny. Ricardo got into meth, got a girl pregnant. His life went to shit. Johnny, same thing, was going down that path of doing meth. Luckily, that guy met a girl, and I do believe in some cases girls save guys because she saved his ass. And they moved out, they moved away, they have a family now, they're really happy. But Mauricio joined the military to avoid getting out of the gang life. But John Rocha went to prison for selling coke and Grand Theft Auto. Jonathan Ramirez went to, maybe I won't say their last names. Jonathan went to prison for murder. Another guy named Smiley died. He got killed. Luis Ojeda died. He got shot in the head. Became a vegetable. He was still alive. And then they pulled the plug. Fernando went to prison for I don't even remember what. And in prison he died. I'm trying to think who else was part of that group. Johnny's older brother Alex is still in jail in Mexico. He went down the drugs and all that stuff. They're just like, they all went to shit. And I was just witnessing all that. And because they're older than me, I just thought, if I go down this path, this is where I'm going to end up. So then luckily, my junior year of high school, it all started because my buddy Nolan, we wrestled in the weight room in front of everybody. Like we were kind of, not in a fight, but kind of testing each other's male testosterone type shit. And he fucking threw me on the ground. I was so embarrassed because he was smaller than me. And I've never felt manhandled by another guy before. And I was boxing at the time. So I thought I was the shit. And then when he did that, I thought, oh my God, it was embarrassing. I stood up and everyone's laughing. And I'm like, but like inside I was like shaking because I've never had another man do that to me. So I joined the wrestling team. And then that was just one of the hardest sports. It's like to this day, it's the hardest sport you can do is wrestling. So I did that my junior and senior year, and that really saved me and then shaped my mentality. Because I just figured, man, if I can do this, I can do anything. Then I continued wrestling in college. And again, it just continued to shape my work ethic and my mentality. Then from college, I never wanted to get a job, so I got into sales. I did 5 years of direct sales, working with 3 different companies. And that's when I started learning about like communication skills and people, because I used to dress like a cholo. Like I used to think I was like a little tough guy. Shaved head, sagging my pants, and trying to do these sales meetings. And I'm like, these white people, they're acting all racist towards me. It's like, no, dude. It's like, look at the way you dress and look at the way you carry yourself. Of course they're going to make a judgment, because I used to be like, oh, they shouldn't judge. It's like, dude, everyone judges. Everybody it's normal. It's human. Mm. When I meet a person, I'm making an assessment about this person as to whether there's somebody I want to communicate with or not, or if they add value or don't. You know, you're making a judgment call based on those, you know, interacting with somebody. So then I started slowly but surely changing the way I dress, the way I act, the way I behave myself. And then it was weird because I'd go hang out with my older friends and I just had nothing in common with them anymore. And I'm just like, okay, this is the new life. Actually, you know what saved me? Is pussy. Because I was thinking about it. I remember at that age, I'm like, oh man, they're going to jail and all this stuff. And my other friends that are going to college is like, dude, they're dating all these hot girls in college and having fun. And I'm like, what do I want? I'm like, I'd rather be with the girls. So that was another thing.
So I mean, we could both say pussy saved us for sure.
100%. Like it literally changed. But I want to hear more about your experience.
All right. But then, so when I got into sales, that just drastically changed me. And because like if wrestling developed my mentality as far as like to continue to push past pain and just continue to do that over and 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 over again, like that just really shaped me. Then sales, it was tougher because it's like your mental gymnastics or something. It's like understanding humans. Like you learn to not take anything personal. So I've had clients I'm sitting with and I'm doing a presentation and they have their own issues and they're just like, I think you're a piece of shit. Randomly, you know, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Anyways, so going back to what I was explaining, you know, and I keep going my PowerPoint, like I do not care. I became immune to other people's opinions about me, what they think. I learned so much about cutting through BS about stuff and looking at numbers and math. And then just everything, man. Like, I can't even begin to describe how much body language I learned from that, because I was having between like 5 to 9 meetings a day, sit downs, and doing sales and presentations. And I'm learning so much about just seeing people as I'm talking. And they're like, oh, that's really interesting. Tell me more. And then I'd also learned that, well, when they cross their arms, when I asked them that question, that they shut their brain off, but they're obviously saying, oh, no, keep telling me more. This is really interesting. And then I learned to, little tactics that, you know what, here, check out this product, and I hand it to them, which forces them to have to open up to grab it. And I know the brain has a 2 times as high retention rate when they're not crossed. This is why business chairs have armrests and all these things, because they're trying to keep these people open. So it's like all these little nuances I would learn, and like I took it to steroids basically, because not only did I learn it, but I started teaching it. Then I started running classes for all the people that were doing sales, teaching them about body language, which, when you learn game and then you start teaching game, it forces you to relearn it again, even at you pick up on little nuances because you're now teaching it.
If you want to master something, you should teach it. That's why I started teaching pickup in the first place.
So then at 25, the entire time I was in a relationship from about 6.5 years. So from right around 18 to 25. So when we finally split, it was a really toxic thing. But when we finally split at 25, I just felt free. I had all this information and knowledge and skills I had acquired. But I'm like, what do I want to do with my life? Like, what did I want to do as a kid? And I wanted to be an actor. I liked making people laugh. So then I moved out to LA.
So you just like dropped everything, moved to LA.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And that literally was a pivotal moment in my life.
Insane. You just like literally fucking left your life behind. You're like, fuck this. Move to the big city. Let's do it.
Yeah. I was renting a house. We had a dog. I was in a relationship, all that, friends, everything. I just cut everything off. Got in my car, drove to LA. I moved into this guy's 1-bedroom apartment. I rented the little corner of his living room, right? Like a small section. I had a mattress and a little dresser. I'm 25. I'm in debt. I maxed out. There's no more room left on my credit cards. I had no way of making income, and I said, I'll figure it out. And not only I was so confident that I moved out there with no money, and the next day I went and joined a gym and signed up to knowing I had to pay that. And I was like, I'll figure it out. Signed up for acting classes, $360 a month, paid for headshots, $500 for the first thing, $150, $170 to get them printed. I said, you know what, fuck it. There's nothing I can't do. And then I started a gift card business, which is random. And then in 6 months, I was able to get myself completely out of debt. And then when that happened, I cut my credit card. I said, I'm never going to be fucking debt again.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So you started a gift card business in LA at 25.
Yeah.
Popped that off.
Buying and selling gift cards. That still to this day was one of the easiest businesses I've ever done.
Can you explain it?
But basically I was advertising on Craigslist. I'm buying unwanted gift cards. So somebody had like a $300 gift card to Victoria's Secret. I'd say, I'll buy it for you for $180. And it was so easy. The reason why is because there's actual websites that buy your gift cards online, and they show you the percentage that they'll buy it off of you for. So there's a company, it's a company called Plastic Jungle, which I read from the book Daygame. There's some guy on there in the book Daygame that talked about it, and now it's called Gift Card Granny. But it was called Plastic Jungle at the time. Now it's a company called Gift Card Granny, and I found his website. So let's just say you go on his website to buy gift cards at a discount. So let's just say you want to buy a $1,000 TV from Walmart. You can go buy a gift card from him for $1,000, valued at $1,000 gift card. He'll sell to you for $940. So people will save $60. And it's crazy the lengths people go through to save pennies and shit. So I say, okay, so he's selling gift cards for Walmart for 94%. So I'll buy them for 75%, make 19% profit. So on a $1,000 deal, I'll make $190. And it's quick. So I'd have this whole setup where I lived. There's like a gas station. I lived in Hollywood, Hollywood is centered to like LA. So if someone's like in North Hollywood or something, I'd say, oh, you know what? Why don't we meet somewhere in the middle? Somewhere the halfway point between Santa Monica and North Hollywood is there's Hollywood. There's a gas station on the corner of Vine and Santa Monica. Why don't we meet there? And if they're like in Torrance, I'd say, oh, you know what? Pfft, man, all the way from Torrance, huh? Well, you know what? I'm up here in Burbank, so why don't we meet somewhere in the middle? They're right here in Hollywood. And then I'd always get there, and I'd even lowball them more sometimes because they drove all that way. It's hard for them to back out. I got them so committed. But again, it was more sales skills. I got right up to $6,000 a month in like just cash, and it was just a real simple business. I was working about 4 hours a week.
That's insane.
But all good things came to an end. Eventually, these companies smartened up, and they created kiosks. Like they have kiosks that collect coins or inside the stores, and you can get dollars for them. Those kiosks now buy unwanted gift cards, and they're buying them for the value that Gift Card Granny's doing it. So it basically put me out of business, which is fine. Then I started an Airbnb business with my buddy David, and I was acting this whole time. And then at 28, by happy accident, I created a YouTube video for To Catch a Cheater before we even had To Catch a Cheater. And my very first ever YouTube video did 12 million views.
Crazy.
Very first one.
It was meant to be.
Yeah. So then I did another video, like some Tinder prank thing, because I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm like, well, what am I, like a prankster now or something?
So when you made that video, did you have like a camera guys, or did you just do it on your own?
Me and my, I told my friend about this idea I had, and he goes, oh, that'd actually be a good idea. And he goes, you know what? Why don't I film it? I'll edit it even. I said, all right, great. So we did it together as like a partnership. We made that first video, 12 million views. I made another video about some like Tinder prank thing, 22,000 views. I'm like, huh. So then we made another video of like To Catch a Cheater before even we didn't have the channel yet. That video did 2 million in 2 weeks. So I'm like, well, dude, it seems like people like this. Why don't we just keep creating content like this and we'll just make it like the same thing. When you go to McDonald's, they have the same menu at every McDonald's. So when you land on makeup pages, you're seeing makeup. You land on fitness channels, you're seeing fitness. So why don't we create a channel about just catching cheaters? We'll call it Catching Cheaters or To Catch a Cheater, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to catch a cheater. So then we created the channel. We actually sold those videos, made some money, and then we downloaded and re-uploaded them again on our new page, and they still got millions of views again. And then the channel just took off. 1 million subscribers in like a little over 11 months. And we're at 3.2 million now.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc, international dating coach, relationship expert, and VIP lifestyle development coach. I've been teaching dating, soul skills, and Daygame for 10 years in 50 plus countries, 6 continents, and thousands of guys in person just like you. And I love teaching guys this stuff. So if you like this video, please make sure to do me a favor and leave a thumbs up on this video. I really do appreciate that. Now, if you want to follow me more closely, you can go ahead and follow me on my new Instagram, DrunkJustin2, and watch my daily Instagram stories where I'm always partnering with hot girls, doing exclusive events, crazy shit on my daily Instagram stories. Make sure to follow me there. You can see me traveling around the world in real time, doing amazing things, and teaching guys like you in person every day on my Instagram. And you can message me on my Instagram as well. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram and message me there. And if you want to actually call me, you can call me at justinmarc.com. We'll do free consultation calls. You can actually call me and we'll do a free discovery call where we can get you on the right action plan to change your dating life and your social life at justinmarc.com. And if you guys want to dig deeper and watch more of our more exclusive content, go to wingmanpodcast.com and watch our Wingman podcast on Spotify, Apple, and all platforms. And we'll see you guys very soon in a new video. My name is Justin Marc, and I'll talk to you very soon. Peace out.